Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are...
Hi everyone, I'm Marie from Southern Country Living.
And I'm Calvin.
And today we're making a ground beef and wild rice casserole, and it's a one-pot meal. And I think this is going to be a really good dinner meal for us this evening. And I'm making it out of my cookbook. This is a $60 cookbook, and I got it for 50 cents at the Goodwill. And so me and Calvin was looking through it, and we found this recipe, and we thought that we might like to have it for dinner tonight, and we thought we would share it with y'all today. So Calvin, he's going to start us off, I think.
Well, I'm going to help you with it, okay, Marie? Let me go ahead and put the book out of the way so we don't have to worry about getting anything on the book. We did go ahead and I typed it up and printed the recipe out so that we can keep up with it this way. But to start off with, we're going to use 1 pound of ground beef. And first thing we're going to do is just get this brown. And we're using a different pot this time. This is a Pioneer Woman pot that our grandson gave us about 2 years ago, didn't he, Marie?
Yeah.
And so we're going to use this pot to get this ground beef started. So while this is heating up a little bit and starting to cook, I'll go ahead and show you what our other ingredients are. We're going to use 1 box of Ben's, I always call it Uncle Ben's, but anyway, Ben's wild rice. We're going to use 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. We'll also be using 1 can of water. And I'm going to mix in either 1 or 2 of these beef bouillon cubes. And then we're going to be using some celery. We've already got that chopped up. Some carrots. These were frozen carrots that we had, so we're going to use them today. And we got 1 small onion chopped up.
And you can make this recipe your own. If there's any of these ingredients in here that you don't like, you can leave them out, can't they, Calvin?
Sure can. And at the very end, we're going to add some soy sauce to it. I think about 1 or 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to it at the very end. Okay, so this is going to take us it'll take just a few minutes to get this browned up. And as it browns up, I'm going to add the onions to it, and I will drain off the excess grease. We've been going through that book, looking at a lot of different recipes, haven't we, Marie?
Yeah, and we are hoping that this one turns out good.
Well, it's got a lot of good ingredients that we like.
And if it's not good, we'll let y'all know.
And we want to try something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I think it looks good. I think we'll enjoy it.
We also like fast and easy recipes, and we also like budget-friendly ones, and we also like one-pot meals also. And this one right here, it does take an hour to cook because of the long grain rice in it, but it's still going to be worth it because it's a one-pot meal.
Yeah. The only work is just mixing it all together. And then we're just going to let it simmer real low for about 1 hour. And that's to make sure and get the carrots and celery good and tender on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this browned up. Okay, this is about half browned up now. So I'm going to go ahead and add the onions to it. And like I said, this is 1 small onion that's completely chopped up. This ground beef don't look like it has a lot of grease in it, Marie. But we'll still drain off the excess grease.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun going thrifting last week, didn't we, Marie?
Yes, we did, but let me give y'all some advice, but y'all probably already know this. When you're thrifting, you have to be really careful when you get merchandise, because you know that record player that I got, that some of y'all have seen me and Kevin pick up several weeks ago. Well, when we bring it home, everything worked like the man said, except the actual record player. And so, you know, that was a little bit disappointing, but because it was an organization that helped people, me and Kevin didn't make a fuss about it. We just wrote it off because it was helping women in need. And so, but still, if you are thrifting, just remember that. Check it out if you're buying something that is supposed to work.
Yeah, and it did come on and work.
And if we had talked to the man, he would probably, you know, refunded us or let us get more merchandise. But me and Calvin just decided that we wouldn't.
We didn't worry about it
Yeah,
because it is an organization
Yeah.
that helps a lot of homeless people, and it's just a way of helping homeless people.
Yeah.
If we took it back and got our money back, then they'd just be out that donation, so
Yeah.
we just didn't worry about it.
But anyway, I just wanted to remind some of you that love to thrift that are new at it, like me. But I really got some great deals on some cookbooks. And I can't wait to try out a lot of the recipes. And this is one of them today. I hope it doesn't disappoint us. Because sometimes you make a new recipe and it can be disappointing.
It's looking good so far.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed this recipe, well, it does call for some black pepper, but it don't call for any salt. So we won't add any extra salt to it, okay?
Yeah.
But I will put some black pepper in it.
I was thinking, as much as I like black pepper, it doesn't like me. So we won't add much.
Okay.
There's one thing about the countertop burner. It does take a little bit for it to get heated up.
Real good.
Yeah. Today here in Georgia, it is cold.
Oh, yeah. Let me see what temperature is today, Marie.
We had a really good rainstorm yesterday when we was going to the doctor's office that we ran into. I mean, it poured like crazy. And the wind blew. And we was right in the middle of it, wasn't we?
Yeah, and the wind was blowing little limbs down everywhere.
Yeah. And so after that, about 2 hours maybe, it started getting really cold, and it's been cold here today.
Yeah, it's in the low 40s right now.
Yeah, well, you know, that's cold for us. Like 60 is cold for Florida. 40 is cold for us. I've been hearing, like I said, when we watched some of the videos from Alaska, minus 65 in some places. That is really cold. I'm not that tough. Okay. I wanted to get my cookbook again, and lots of times when you get old books, there's little messages in them, and there was one in this one, and I thought it was really sweet. It said, to Carrie and Michael, July 1996, best wishes, Aunt Edna. I thought that was really cute. I love to get old books and find little messages in there like that. So Aunt Edna really spent a lot of money on them back then.
She sure did, didn't she?
She did. She really did.
Do you remember, Marie, about probably, let's say, it's been over 15 years ago. It's about 20 years ago. And I had bought 2 or 3 old Bibles, but
yeah.
I bought that one Bible off of eBay that's a real thick, a big family Bible. And it was a real old Bible. And we took that old Bible and I went through it. We found all kinds of little notes and paper, and just all kinds of messages.
Yeah.
And I got that Bible about 2 years before my dad passed away. And I remember I took it down to his house to show it to him, and he just loved it. So I ended up leaving it with him, and I told him, you can use it and,
Yeah.
check it out. And he would call me and tell me what he found in there. He'd find all kinds of things. And so he kept that Bible until he passed away.
Yeah.
And then when he passed away, I got the Bible back. So I still have the Bible. It's in there storage.
Yeah. We've got several in there.
Too many memories from the old days, aren't they, Marie?
Yeah.
This video is more about memories and talking than it is cooking.
Well, I know one thing, it sure is smelling good. There's nothing that smells any better than onions cooking, but now onions setting,
Okay, well, it looks like it's just about done, Marie.
Yeah.
Those onions, they could stand to soften up just a little bit more. So we'll give it about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to drain it, the grease off, and then we'll add the other ingredients to it.
I'm going to put in my Ben's original long grain and wild rice. This is about a cup. And the next thing I'm going to put in is a can of cream of mushroom soup. And Calvin's going to go over there and get me a can of water. Okay. The next thing I'm going to put in is my celery. Kevin, was that a cup of celery?
It was 3 stalks. that we
Okay,
just
3
cut.
stalks of celery, and how many carrots?
I think it calls for about 3 carrots.
Okay.
But we just use some frozen carrots.
All right.
That's one thing good about doing recipes. You can mix them up and do them how you want to.
All right. And I'll put in the water, and then that's 1 can of water. I'm going to stir this up really good.
And here's 1 beef bouillon cube. You think we need 2, Marie?
I really do. I think we do need another can.
Okay, we'll go ahead. We're using the Weiler's beef bouillon cubes. And in the book, that was the item that they were talking about, was the favorite brand.
And I think we need some water too.
Okay. Here's
Because
1 more beef.
this has got to simmer for an hour, and that's,
Yeah, that's not going to be enough water there.
no.
That's the 1 can. Let me get another can of water for it.
Okay, the recipe didn't call for any salt, but it did call for black pepper. So you can put as much black pepper in it as you want, but I'm not going to put too much. Just a couple of dashes.
There's the can of water. Marie, this is the little seasoning packet that came with the Uncle Ben's. Would you like to add that in there for some extra flavor?
Yeah.
Oh, it smells good. I think that would be good. See what you think.
Like I said, you can make this your own.
Okay.
Okay.
That's looking great.
All right. Now then I'm going to put the lid on and let this come up to, when it comes up to a simmer, I'm going to put the lid on and then I'm going to let it cook for an hour, and then we'll be back and do the taste test.
Okay, everyone, we're back. This has been cooking for 1 hour, and this particular pot gets very hot.
Turn that on.
As I was saying, this pot gets very hot. I can speak from experience. I just about burnt myself trying to take the lid off, didn't I, Marie? And so what we're going to do,
That smells good.
it looks good too. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to it. And so let me get this opened. And I think I'll measure it because I'm not sure.
You want me to put any salt in it since you're adding that?
Yeah, this will take care of any salt that it might need. Good idea, Marie. Okay, there's 2 tablespoons. Let me stir that in. I think the vegetables are going to be good and tender, and I hope the rice is good and tender.
Yeah, it smells so good.
It looks very good, don't it, Marie?
It's not dry at all.
Okay, Marie, you about ready to eat?
Yes.
Okay, let me serve us up some real quick. And it may be too much. These bowls are bigger than they look. Okay, Marie, and we've got some garlic toast to go with this, and I'm just going to put it on the side here. Is that okay? Okay, and so now we can do a taste test.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shy.
Okay, Marie, you ready to do a taste test?
Yes, it smells so good. I know it's got to be good.
I think I'm going to do a taste test also, Marie.
It's delicious.
Try those carrots first to make sure they're good and tender.
If you wanted to serve some sides with it, we down here in the South, we like okra. And you could serve some corn on the cob, green beans, or what else? Anyway, those are some of the sides that you could serve, but it's just great just like it is. If you want a quick and easy meal.
I love that rice. That is good. And we're having ice water with tea today. Wait a minute. And we're having ice water with lemon today. That's delicious, Marie.
Yes.
I enjoy that. That's pretty much a meal of its own, isn't it?
Yes, if you have company coming, they would really enjoy this meal.
Yes. I will mention that while this was simmering for 1 hour, I did come in here and stir it about probably, 3 times or so. I wanted to make sure it didn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And it done real good, didn't it, Marie?
Yes, it's not dry at all. It's very good.
And it's a good thing we added that extra water to it, because if we hadn't put an extra can of water, it would have probably been too dry. But this seems to be perfect, and you want to just make sure you cook it. You can test your vegetables before you turn it off until your vegetables are good and tender, just like you like it.
Yeah, and if you don't want it just to stand a meal by its own, there's so many different sides that you could add and really make this a really great meal.
Pretty nice, though. I like it. I think we'll go in there and sit and enjoy this, and I believe I believe it'll be very fulfilling.
This will definitely be on our menu a lot.
Yes. Okay, everyone, I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. We had fun making it, didn't we, Marie?
Yeah, and we'll make many more out of that, but there's plenty in there.
Yes, and we will put the recipe in the description below. And just remember, if you want to change something up, you can, but just check your water, because like I said, we put 2 cans of water instead of 1. Okay, well, y'all have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on our next video.
And y'all do what you love and love what you do. And like Calvin said, we'll see you on the next video. And y'all have a great evening. Bye.
Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you. I have always been afraid of changes, but you show me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unaware.